Hello, hello. Sorry. So I'm gonna start recording myself playing on my Minecraft world that I created. I think it was about a month ago or so, maybe a little longer. Again, it's that fun startup lag. All right, yeah, so it's running a little bit better now, or not? Okay, still wants to be laggy. I think it's just taking a second to actually load in the world. Here we go. Starting to run a little smoother. Um, Alright, yeah, so this is my place. I was talking to some people. They definitely had some interest in my ME system. So yeah, this is my auto crafter. I made it so that if I need processors, I can just tell the ME system that I need a certain amount of a certain processor, and it'll just auto craft. This is my what's my ender pouch? Not what I meant to open. This is my ME system here. As you can see, it's pretty full of items. I've been using this instead of chests, primarily because it's more convenient. And as you can see, it doesn't hold anything like as in a means of stacks. It just holds everything based on what item it is. So I have like 9,500 cobblestone. It's not like however many stacks that would be. Too tired to do the math right now. um, and Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna change some of the settings for a second here. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. All my sound settings are pretty low. I don't have to worry about it interfering with the microphone. But yeah, this is my base. Love that lag. So this is my Nether portal. I might go there a little bit later today. That door just goes out to a mine that I have underneath my base. I have a blaze statue or blaze trophy from a mod called Open Block. You can get them just for killing a certain mob however many times. It's more or less a random drop and it's really really rare. So that was pretty cool to get that. If I right click on it, it actually burns me. So try to have fun with that one time and see what would happen if it killed me. Just as I got burned. But yeah, just so you guys could see what it does. Yeah, so I also have a potato farm going. As you can see, it has a minor irrigation system set up around. So underneath all of these blocks, there's water going, and I have my infinite water source here. These are always good to have in your base, just like in case you need water. Actually, I set this up a while ago, hoping that they didn't take something out, but it looks like they did. One of the previous versions of, I think it was Botania, it had villagers dropping emeralds. So me and one of my friends, we had both set something similar to this up in a previous world, and the barrel would just fill up with emeralds. They're actually standing on top of a hopper that feeds directly into the barrel. Unfortunately, it looks like they took that out of this mod, or they took that out of this mod pack, or at least they took it off of Botania. It's kind of annoying. Be great to have that. Emeralds are kind of a pain in the ass to find, and they're pretty useful. I mean, so these are my tanks that are filled with experience. If I ever need to gain levels, just have to not have something like that active. Okay, I have to have a free hand. And I just keep break cooking, and I gain levels from it. I can stand on this grate, and it pulls all my levels into there. Or my experience, I should say. This is concentrated essence bush berries, or concentrated essence berry bushes. These are basically edible experience. So, as you can see, these are pretty nice to have. The Tinker's Construct, actually. So, that's this mod. The mod that I have the smeltery and all of these from. And then, I don't use the smeltery so much. It is in its own little space. I don't have any machines operating around it or anything. I do that on purpose just because it makes everything super laggy. It has way too many chunk updates. I think it's mainly just because it has a lot of its own little blocks, and it has its own liquid too. So it'll actually create like liquid iron and liquid copper and what have you. Pretty much any metal that you throw in there. It'll make 2 ingots out of every ore, but the way I have this set up, it does the same thing. And I actually have the chance of getting other ingots out of it or other items. So doing it this way is a little bit more what's the word? It's more efficient and it's more convenient too. The way I actually have this set up, there's actually an AE cable that runs all the way to my system, and it's hooked up to both of these. This one has an import bus, and this one has an export bus attached to it. So that way, pretty much all I have to do is just load something into my AE system, like iron ore or gold ore, one of those other like really common ores that are useful, and it'll automatically put it into the pulverizer, which then creates 2 dust of whatever metal, and it drops it into the alloy furnace, which then feeds it back into my AE system. So if I'm out and about and say I throw like 20 iron ore into my ender pouch, by the time I get back to my base it should be about 40 iron ingots, which is pretty nice. Probably get some ferrous ore out of it as well, or ferrous ingots out of it as well, so that helps me later on if I'm trying to build some stronger machinery or higher tier of certain items. It lets me create a metal called Invar, which is a combination of iron and ferrous ore, or ferrous metal. And yeah, I'll show you guys my my energy system that I have set up. So this is just a crystal growth accelerator. This is just whenever I want to try and get more pure crystals. That helps me grow them faster. So here I have a total of 12 magmatic dynamos hooked up, and they all feed off of this tank of lava that's constantly getting lava from the magma crucibles, which take from my my barrel up here. Looks like I'll probably be going back to the Nether soon. But yeah, so this barrel has netherrack in it. It feeds into this magma crucible, and I have one other one on the other side. And they just constantly make lava, which feeds into here, and it actually produces more lava than it takes less energy to produce the lava than it creates. So it's a nice little closed system. This here, this is the igneous extruder. pretty much what that does is it lets me create cobblestone. The really nice one for me is obsidian. So all I have to do is hook that back up, and then I can turn it. I think I can just disable it. Yeah, so let's do that. No, let me just hook it back up again. I don't know why I actually disconnected it to begin with. Seemed like the easier option at the time, I guess. But yeah, so now it's gonna fill up the lava side, and it'll create stone, cobblestone, or obsidian. And apparently, I created 4 obsidian without realizing it. But yeah, I have it right now on redstone, on high redstone usage, so it's not gonna do anything unless I attach like a switch or something to it. Oh shit! Hit the wrong button. So this is a little walk area or a little area that I kind of created by accident and kept building upon it until it reached my base. Um, you can see, yes, I put wood floors everywhere. Thinking about changing over to instead of using oak wood, I'm gonna use willow wood. So my floors will all be green, which may look interesting, may look terrible. I'm gonna try and wait and find out. I'm gonna wait until I get enough willow wood to do that. But yeah, I have this secret little entrance exit here. Probably gonna build a hidden doorway over there some point soon. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that I could put sugarcane here too, so I just decided to do it. I actually have quite a bit of sugarcane growing at the moment also, so it's not really that big of a thing for me. So yeah, as you can see, I have quite a bit that I need to harvest. Let me just harvest all of this for right now. You probably already noticed that I'm wearing a jetpack. Yeah, this thing's awesome. So then I also have another thing that I'm wearing that works really well with the jetpack. So yeah, normally you'd expect my character to die or at least take damage from that, but there's another mod in here called Portal Gun, and it lets you use elements from the game Portal. One of them being the longfall boots. So yeah, I always have fun with that. The longfall boots are basically do the same thing they do in the actual game Portal, and you don't take any fall damage, which is really great. And there's an Enderman. Let me see if I can get Ender pearls from him. Alright, let's see where he's gonna go. I wonder if the idiot teleported into some water or something. I don't hear that noise anymore. Oh well. Yeah, so I also have a Twilight Forest portal here. I haven't really gotten that far in the Twilight Forest. Still need to kill the Lich King. And I'm not looking forward to that, so. But I'm gonna go and do it at some point. I also have cactuses growing, pumpkins. I have a lot of different things growing all over everywhere. And so yeah, I ended up getting a lot of mob heads, so I started installing them everywhere. And then And so this is my tree farm. I recently switched it over to Willowwood so I can get more greenwood instead of getting the bluewood. But I guess it hasn't really been growing any trees since I switched that. Here, I'm gonna have some fun with this then. Okay. Yeah, I wanna see what it does with that. But, no, that was smart. I didn't actually think that through, did I? Let me throw down here. Actually, I might just leave this like this. Alright, yeah, that's one of the reasons why the jetpack is useful. You don't have to building staircases or anything if you drop down too far. And then, yeah, so this is also another major part of my energy system. So I also have two kinetic dynamos. They're hooked up to these water wheels. Then I have the copper wire that feeds all the way down to these capacitors here. And then so I have two kinetic dynamos hooked up there. So it's producing a decent amount of energy, not like a tremendous amount, but it's enough to at least run my base. And I mean, I'm usually using less than what it's putting out anyway, or the combination of my two energy systems at least. So yeah, I'm gonna see how much netherrack I have. So I may actually have to go into the nether in a second, but we'll see. Oh, that's great. Let's see. I don't have a lot of this marble left. That's why I didn't quite finish making my base look all nice or anything yet. It's mainly just I don't have a lot of it left. Just gonna see if I have some signal. I need to. Oh, sweet! I have a lot. Need to repair my hammer as well as I actually kind of want to see something with the arrows. Be kind of interesting if I can upgrade the arrows at all. Oh my god, I can put modifiers on the arrows. I never knew that. Alright, I'm gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna put some moss on there. And let's see, I'm also gonna put some nether quartz on both of them. So that way they're gonna auto repair, which probably just means they're gonna generate new arrows. I'm gonna see if that's actually possible. Never actually bothered to look, so I never really thought about it. Oh my god. I can put moss on the arrows. That is so awesome. So they're auto repair. So this one, I guess it would technically be considered broken. Yeah, let's see if it starts, if it just starts generating more arrows. That would be awesome if it did. It actually lets me, wow, that's awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. This is pretty awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go through that in the pulverizer and get my quartz back. Well, that might not be the best of ideas. Shit. Yep. Oh, some fuse quartz, I guess. You know, I have a lot of nether quartz. Okay, you know what? Fuse quartz is actually worth it, so I'm gonna throw all of this in and get myself some fuse quartz. Actually, what am I doing? I don't even need the pulverizer. Using extra energy for no reason. Holy crap, dude, I love this. I wish I knew about this about these having modifiers. That's so awesome. Alright, so I still do need to fix my hammer. Kind of used a lot. I'm glad that it's cheap though. So, let me put all my experience in there. Mainly use that just like in case I die or anything. God damn it. Oh wait. Not building a bow or anything, so I should probably put this back. Yeah. Alright, I'll probably go into another to get more nether later on. Yeah, I still have quite a bit left. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy that I was able to make these auto repair. I really didn't know I could do that. Yeah, I just maximized the amount of damage that they do too. So, not that I really needed to. Those arrows did like a ridiculous amount of damage to begin with. Let's see, if it's night, I'm gonna play around with this bow for a second. It's designed to maximize drops too. So, you know what? I'm gonna go into the nether. So actually, I modified it with lapis, moss, um, and nether quartz. So it does a ton of damage. It auto repairs, and it also has increased luck. So pretty much anytime I go hunting, I just shoot them with the bow and I get more drops. It's pretty nice. And I hit the wrong button again. Alright, let's see, where is that ghast? By the way, I feel like this is really what the jetpacks are made for. Oh, okay, some gold ore. Yeah, get mad. Get all as mad as you want. It's not like you're gonna mine it, assholes. Every time you mine any of the nether ore, excluding the nether quartz, it pisses off the zombie pigmen. Sometimes they're like ridiculously strong, but they're far enough away I can just pick them off with my bow without really having to worry about them attacking me. Oh man, that hive scared me. That was all for a second. Yeah, generally if I see nether quartz, I'm gonna mine it. Oh wow. Yeah, as you can see, the arrows do quite a bit of damage. They did about the same amount of damage. Well, I would have killed that with one hit anyway, even before I did any of my upgrades. One thing I like with the jetpack. Oh shit, you guys attacked me first, so rough. This lead ore, it's not useful. Copper ore, I'm gonna get this. The other thing with the nether ores is that they're unstable. So if you're not careful, they will blow up on you. Generally, if I see something that I really want, I'll start mining it. But for the most part, it's not always worth it, just because the pigmen are kind of a pain in the ass. I think they seem to have upped their strength too in the mods. I don't remember them being that strong in vanilla. I'm just gonna get some more glowstone dust. This stuff's always useful. I have a ton of it anyway, but I mean, if I can get it, may as well. It's kind of the same thing like the nether quartz. Nether quartz is always good to have, especially if you're using AE or Tinker's Construct. Tinker's Construct, you get to modify weapons and add on to the amount of damage that they do. And AE, you just need quartz in general. Ooh, ferrous ore. Let me make sure I get this whole vein exposed before I try to start mining it. Nice. What is this bush for? That seems like something I don't want to eat. Yeah, there's also some bushes that they added into the nether too. They're not always helpful. Oh, there was a zombie pigman there. Hey there, buddy. Trying to hit me? Too bad. Oh wow, there's a... I don't even know what those are. Like white blazes. This is also one of the mods too. Holy crap. No, no, it's not really going to be bothering me anymore. There's no way of coming back up here. There's no way I'm going to go in the lava. Oh, good, it froze. Okay, good. Game lagged out.